Fellow citizens, today I will provide you an update on the state of our great nation in the wake of the devastating global pandemic that has ravaged our society. As many of you are aware, our nation, Erebor, has a medium-density population of approximately 90 million citizens. Our government is a strong democracy. The economy is a free market capitalist society, and our culture is progressive. At the onset of the pandemic, our economy, health, infrastructure, and institutions were all rated 1, with our military rated 2. I feel it is important for you to understand how your government made decisions during this unprecedented crisis. Along with my advisors, I adopted the Vroom-Yetton-Yago decision-making framework. This framework was developed in the 1970s and can be used for determining what level of participation is appropriate when making decisions. The outcomes range from no outside input, or autocratic, to complete delegation of decision-making authority, or group. The model asks the decision maker key questions, such as, is a high-quality decision required? Is buy-in needed from others? And is there time to consult others? As mentioned on the previous slide, there are 5 possible outcomes from the decision model. Autocratic, or A1, the leader makes decisions alone based on the available information. Autocratic A2, leader gathers input from others and makes the decision alone. Consultative C1, leader seeks input from others and makes decisions based on their input. Consultative C2, leader shares problem with a group and facilitates a discussion that leads to the group deciding. Finally, group, or G, the leader delegates decision-making authority to a group. Now that you understand the process used to make decisions, I will review critical decisions made by my government during this crisis and explain the reasoning. As you are aware, the pilgrimage was banned, and police presence was increased along the pilgrimage route. For this decision, I chose autocratic A2. I knew a high-quality decision was needed, and that my advisors could have different goals than the government based on their personal beliefs. Regarding the faulty testing device, I chose to go public with the defect and outlawed the use of the device. For this decision, I also chose autocratic A2. I felt my team would feel conflicted over the decision and could not ensure the best outcome using more collaborative methods. I chose not to subsidize the drug and instead chose to educate the public about its efficacy. For this decision, I went with consultative C1. Due to my lack of expertise on the subject, I gathered input from experts and made a decision based on their expert advice. I chose to run the spy software and assigned a PR team to share with the public. For this decision, I used consultative C2. I felt the decision required team commitment, however the problem was not well structured and I did not have enough information to make a decision on my own. Finally, I ordered the military assault and attempted to spare the medical team present within the city. For this decision, I chose consultative C1. I was not confident that my team could agree on a solution, so I consulted with experts and used their guidance to make the decision myself. As our great nation hopefully moves beyond the worst of the pandemic, I want to share my vision for the future. Despite all that we have lost, I feel a great deal of optimism for what our future holds. My goals for our future are to keep the infection rate low, using proven medical best practices. Improve the trust in our government. My hope is that now that you understand our decision-making process, we can begin to rebuild the trust lost during this crisis. For those out of work, the government will offer fair pay for assisting in the rebuilding efforts. Our best medical professionals will partner with their peers from around the world to work towards a permanent medical solution to this pandemic. I would also like to increase public morale, beginning with a national holiday celebrating our survival. Food, drinks, and fireworks will be provided in city centers free of charge. Finally, I want all of us to make an effort to protect the most vulnerable in our society. All citizens deserve to live safely and securely, and we can do a better job protecting them as we rebuild. In order to restore and maintain order to our great society, I am proposing these immediate measures to help heal and protect our citizens. This pandemic has taken a terrible toll on all of us. We will begin offering free mental health services for all citizens. We will continue to secure our cities with military perimeters and surveillance. Those that wish to migrate from less populated areas are welcome to do so and will be granted access after a quarantine period. We will begin offering military training for all adult age survivors. This will give our citizens the skills needed to protect themselves from future outbreaks. We are also proposing new public safety laws to help maintain order and prevent future outbreaks. Finally, resources will be allocated based on need. All citizens deserve access to medical supplies, food, and water. I am confident that our nation will emerge from this crisis stronger than ever. Every one of you has shown tremendous bravery in the face of unimaginable horror. Now that I have explained the rationale behind my decision-making during this crisis, I am hopeful that we can work together to rebuild our great society. Please, trust the plans that my administration has created. By participating in the mental health services, protecting our vulnerable, and embracing military training, we can emerge as a nation reforged, stronger than ever.